not.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on here. Number 2.
We can stay there for a while.
No. We're moving along here. Number 2, aim to wow. Okay?
Bam.
So whether that's for products or services, you must always aim to wow.
Wow.
One of my favorite authors of the book Purple Cow, Seth Godin, he said, if you use your money to create exceptional products and services, you won't even need to spend it on advertising. He's saying that you need to invest up front in making this product knock the socks off of your clients and your customers, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think the whole idea here is that if we make a product merely to satisfy, again, kind of going back to this concept, if we make them just to merely satisfy, then people are left to focus on price. There's a phrase that says, in the absence of value, all the customer's left to focus on is price. So we don't want to put our customer in a situation where they're going, well, looks the same. Let's just see let's go ahead and get the cheaper one.
This one's cheaper.
Let's go ahead. Let's try to make a product that's 2 or 3 times better than what's on the market today.
So that it never even gets to the price issue because the value is worth so much more.
If you're sitting there talking right now, if you have a product or service idea, and imagine competing with somebody, and imagine what your customer says, well, how do you stack up versus the competition? And what if you could say, like at Thrive we say this,
right?
Well, for less than you spend on cable, we're going to offer you world-class education. For, I don't know, college, if you go to a private school, you might have one world-class teacher or 2, but we have a whole host of world-class teachers, and it's not $30,000 a year or $35,000 a year, it's $50 a month.
Or think of how much you pay for a business coach to come in and work with your business.
A lot of times business coaches charge $2,000 to $5,000 a month, and we're $50 a month.
Yep.
And you have a chance to win, and it's fun, and it's entertaining, and you can be mentored by millionaires, and there's a chance to come to a conference and a chance to win money, and it just doesn't end.
Right. The value is mind-blowing.
And there's an app, and you can take notes on the app.
Boom.
You get points for sharing and for, I can keep going, but I'm not going to.
That's aim to wow. Okay?
Bam.
Number 3, now we're getting into your hero here, Napoleon Hill. He said, over-deliver and you will soon be overpaid. So that is point number 3 and our notable quotable all in one. What does that quote mean to you, Clay?
Well, the quote means that we have an obligation to ourselves, not to the customer, to ourselves, to over-deliver. We have an expectation to ourselves. If we want to get paid, as an owner, I would hope you do, or you have an obligation to yourself to exceed the expectation of nobody else, okay? Of nobody else except that customer. You don't have to worry about your non-customers,
right.
But you have to exceed the expectations of your customer, not for them, but for yourself. Because if you do this, if you exceed the expectation of the customer, then you are going to get paid a lot more. If you merely satisfy or merely do just what is needed, you're not going to get a huge paycheck.
How old were you when this resonated with you, when you understood this concept and applied it?
About 20.
20.
When I finally I quit doing the whole stinking thinking where I was like, well, I'm going to try to show up just on time, get it done just in time, get just enough. And I decided to make a conscious effort to always do more than I was expected to do. I was about 20 years old.
Now, I don't know exactly how you did that in the DJ business, but I know I've seen you do it with the individual clients you've worked with, even speaking events.
Yeah.
Lots of times speakers show up, like you said, right on time or sometimes late, and as soon as their speech is done, they're out of there.
Peacing out.
You provide the whole day there for them. You give them a video afterwards. You always over-deliver, and you're doing it with Thrive.
And sometimes when I do speaking events, this is secret, sometimes I mail the customer hummus and beef jerky.
It's true. It's true. And Thrive, the initial Thrive subscribers receive some of this above and beyond treatment. Right?
I tell you what, our idea at Thrive is to wow you.
Yeah.
Not for you, but for me. Because I want to wow you. Because if I wow you, I know you're going to come back and bring friends.
Exactly.
So we want to exceed your expectations in every way possible.
Boom.
Boom. Boom.
Number 4, if it's not duplicatable and scalable, it's not worth doing. This is something that you have hammered in our heads here. I'm looking around at the videography team, the editors.
Yeah.
You've hammered it in our heads so much that it's now a verb. We don't even have to say cool. We just say, dude, that's scalable. That's scalable.
And it's funny because you guys argue over whether things are scalable or not.
And we tattle. Hey, he's not being scalable.
He's not being scalable there, Daryl.
It's not scalable. It's not duplicatable. We know that's not allowed. If it's not scalable,
here's an
we can't
example
do it.
of what not to do. Now, there was years ago, I met a lady who made gourmet bakery items. And what she did is she built a product that was gourmet service. And she said, well, I'm the one who has to meet with every customer. I'm the one who has to make I mean, for the product to be good, I have to meet with everybody because no one makes it like I do.
Right.
I have to meet with every customer. I have to answer every phone call. I have to pay the bills. I have to. What she did is built a non-scalable, duplicatable business. So what that does is it creates either two problems. One, you're going to have a job that no one wants because you don't get any days off and no one can fill in for you.
Right.
Or B, you have a hobby in which you don't get paid very much for your time committed to it. So either way, it's a bad deal.
How much was she saying that she was spending on each cake?
It was a staggering number.
I can't remember, but it blew my mind. You couldn't do it. Somebody at their wedding wasn't getting
hundreds and hundreds of dollars that were being spent on each gourmet item because of this belief that only this person could do it.
Correct. And Michael Gerber, he wrote the book, The Most Successful Small Business in the World.
Love it.
I think that's one of the best ones for this topic.
Yep.
If you are building your business and he believes you need to make it scalable from day one, you got to read this book. Do you agree?
Absolutely. It'll change your life when you buy into the concept of creating a scalable and duplicatable workflow system from day one.
Exactly.